The Voice is presented locally by Midland College.
Hi everyone, I'm Victor Lopez with News West 9 Sunrise. That's when you normally see me, but today I have a very special guest with me in the studio. We would like to welcome Marcos Covos.
Hello.
He is one of the contestants on The Voice on NBC and News West 9. First of all, congratulations for making the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into music? Where are you from? Just tell us who Marcos Covos is.
Well, thank you so much, first of all. I'm born and raised in Odessa, Texas. I lived here up until I was like 27, and then I moved to Dallas, and I've been there for the last 3 years. But I started singing very young, probably like my first talent show I was like 6 years old.
Wow.
At Cavazos Elementary. And then I just kept singing ever since then. I had a lot of family around me, a lot of tios. My grandparents always played the guitar, sang. My dad always sang. Like I always just had musicians and music around me. So it always constantly inspired me.
That is cool. So did you do choir in school? You said at Cavazos Elementary. Did you go to, I'm guessing you went to OHS or Permian?
OHS. I went to Hector Junior High, and then I went to OHS. Hector had a mariachi program, which I was very excited to get to. I knew I was going to be in the program once I got to junior high, and then I did, and it was just like the highlight of my school, all of my school years was mariachi, the mariachi program there. Okay,
I have some inside information. I actually know that you were in a production of High School Musical at the Permian Playhouse.
I was. I had done a little bit of theater in junior high, so I was in choir, and then I did a little bit of theater. And then a friend convinced me to audition for High School Musical, and I had never really done a big production like that before, so I was nervous. I thought I would get like a background role, and then I ended up getting the lead of Troy Bolton.
So you were our version of Zac Efron.
Yeah, the Mexican version.
I like that. Okay, so let's fast forward a little bit. As we already stated, you are on The Voice now. What prompted you, to try to get on the show? And tell us a little bit about the journey that you took to get on to the blind auditions.
So I really hadn't touched music in a very long time. I thought I wouldn't touch it. I really didn't think I would ever pursue it again, but I was creeping up on 30 years old. And I still had this passion inside of me. Like I knew I just loved to sing. I still did it every day at home. It was like my own personal therapy. And I kept seeing the little ads pop up, the little virtual ads for The Voice. And I was like, you know what, I'm turning 30. I don't want to have any regrets as I get older. I'm just gonna try it. Like, I don't think anything will come of it. I don't think I'll get a call back or anything, but I'm just gonna try it and do it anyway. And then I did it, and then I got a call back.
So you sent them an audition tape, or how did you submit yourself to them?
So the virtual audition process is just like you set an appointment, and then the little screen pops up, you sing, and then the screen turns off and submits to them, and then they either call you back or you don't.
Okay, so obviously they called you back, you got your blind audition. Your reaction when you found out you were going to be on the show?
I was freaking out, and then because I didn't really tell anybody that I was going to audition. Because like I said, I didn't think anything would come of it. I just kind of did it. And then when I got it, I was like freaking out. So excited, but also freaking out. And also, what did I get myself into? I haven't sang in 10 years. Why did I do this? But it was exciting still. And I just started telling, my family and my friends, and then they were very excited for me too.
Awesome. Okay, so we actually have a clip of your blind audition, which aired on News West 9 just a week or so ago. Let's go ahead and put it on in the monitor, and first of all, let's let it go.
Mira cómo ando, mi amor, por tu querer.
Okay, so you're singing a mariachi song. What made you decide that that's what you wanted to do for your audition?
Well, I wanted to represent my roots, my heritage, what made me fall in love with music, which is mariachi music. That's what I heard my family singing, my grandma singing, my dad. And then, of course, the mariachi program at Hector Junior High, at OHS. Like, it was just a very, very important part of my life, and so I wanted to showcase that. And if I was going to make it on here, I wanted it to be with a mariachi song.
Okay, so obviously we saw in the video there, Kelly Clarkson hit her button immediately. You see her chair turn around. What are you thinking?
Honestly, I was so nervous. Leading up to the blind audition, I was nervous. I was like, I'm gonna like forget all the words, or I'm gonna trip and fall on my face. So I was just like praying and praying, God, I don't want to be nervous anymore. And then as soon as I got up on the stage, I was a completely different person. Like everything just went away. So when she turned, I wasn't phased at all. I literally pointed at her.
Yeah,
like,
we saw that.
And then I just kept doing my thing, and I was singing. And then whenever the song was over, I came back and I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay, so you're going through the song. So far, Kelly's the only one that's hit her button. So you know, okay, I'm in. I've made it this far. But then something happened that kind of like freaked everybody else out. We got a clip of that too. You see, you're not done yet. You're coming to the final moments of your song, and then Blake Shelton pulls the fast one. Kelly thinks she's got you already, and then bang. So
I did love seeing that.
You've got two judges fighting over you. How does that make you feel?
It was unreal. Like it makes me feel really good. It makes me feel like, wow, maybe I can do this. Maybe I am good at singing. I was hoping Kelly, because I know that she likes to turn for Spanish singers. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting to get a chair turn. I was like, I'm happy to sing on this stage. I'm happy to make it this far.
You were doing it just for the experience.
For the experience, and I was happy to get that far. Like I was, not everybody even gets to sing on the stage. Like there's like 40,000 people that audition, and not everybody gets to sing on that stage. So I was happy just to get that far, and then to see Kelly turn, and then Blake turn, and I'm like, whoa, I don't even know what real life is anymore.
Okay, so ultimately you choose Kelly. We just saw you running up to her. She's giving you a hug. What is it? Have you tried on your Team Kelly jacket?
Oh yeah, I wear it all the time. I wear it at home.
Wear it proudly?
Yeah, I wear it at home. I wear it around the house. I
So,
love it.
Okay, you acknowledged Blake when you said I'm a fan of yours, and then you picked Kelly. Was that an easy choice for you?
Absolutely. I mean, I do love Blake and I love his music, but Kelly is, she's the originator of these kinds of competitions. I did watch her on her show, and I have been singing along to her music. I mean, like, her songs are big, and I like to sing big. Mariachi music is big, you know what I mean? So I felt like I wanted a mentor who was going to be able to help me with, like, the big voice, the runs, the belting, and all that. And so I felt like she was just the perfect coach for me. And also, I kind of gravitate towards like, I don't know, female songs and female artists and mentors and stuff like that.
Well, me personally, I'm a big fan of Kelly Clarkson. So when I saw that you picked her, I mean, in my opinion, you made a wise choice. But you always got to think, what if no one would have turned? You said that you were doing it for the experience.
Well, if no one would have turned, I mean, I still would have been just as happy, honestly. I would have walked away with all of that experience and just getting to meet them and getting to sing on a stage like The Voice. So it would have been I still would have been very blessed to be there, just to be there.
Well, you said it a couple of times that you didn't think that you were that good of a singer. I've heard you. I saw the clips. I think personally you are an amazing singer, and I know a lot of people that would agree with me. So now you are on to the next phase of The Voice. What do you have to look forward to, or what's waiting for you now?
So next, we will be paired with somebody on our own team, after all of the blind auditions finish. And then we'll be paired to battle somebody on our team, and then there'll be a winner.
The battle rounds.
Yeah, the battle rounds. So that's nerve-wracking again. I mean, I feel like somewhat of like a little imposter syndrome, if you will, because everybody's been singing, like nonstop up until this point. They haven't stopped. They gig every day, every weekend. They're still doing the whole thing. A lot of them went to like the colleges for music and stuff like that. So they're very well trained. They're very prepared. So I got to get on my A game and try to catch up so I can try to win.
Have you met some of your teammates already? You know who you'll be working with?
The ones who have made it so far, yes. We follow each other on social media, and we talk and we chat like that. So they're all very sweet.
So I'm curious, what did Kelly say to you after the blind audition? She picked you, and you know, they tossed a break and everything. Did y'all have a little chat during the commercial?
She was just so excited. She said she just loved my voice. She loved all of the emotion. She's like, I don't know what you're saying, but I know that it's emotional and I can feel it. So she was kind of curious as to what I would want to sing, if I wanted to continue to only sing Spanish or maybe like something like Latin pop or something like that. So maybe like some Mark Anthony. And I told her, I was like, I'll sing whatever you want me to sing.
So actually that brings me up to the next question that I was going to ask you. What else do you sing? What is in your repertoire besides mariachi music?
Honestly, I feel like I can sing anything. Country, I don't mean to sound arrogant or anything. I just
Go
feel
for it,
like
you deserve it.
I feel like I can sing anything because I love all the genres across the board. I just sing them like me. I don't try to sing them country. Like I'm born and raised in Texas. I'm gonna love country music, so I love country. I love pop and soul and all the things, but I'm gonna just sing them like me. And I feel like even mariachi a little bit, I add my own little sauce to it. It's not like super old school mariachi either. It's just like my version. So I feel like I can do a little bit of all the genres, but just as Marcos.
Cool. So you're going to sing what they ask you to sing or what they put out there, but it's going to have a little Marcos flair to it.
Absolutely. A little Marcos flair. I like the way that sounds.
You can borrow it if you want to. I'll let you.
Okay.
So after your chair turn, you made it to the show. What has been the reaction from your friends, from your family, you know, coworkers, things like that?
Oh my gosh, it's been overwhelming, like in the best way possible. It's just so much love, support. The DMs on all my social platforms across the board are like flooded. The reshares, the comments, like it's been amazing. It really has. It's been super, super supportive from everywhere, but mainly my hometown, Odessa, and that just makes me really proud because no matter if you move away or whatever, your hometown's always going to have your back and have that pride, and like I love that.
Okay, so given what you just said, all the support you're receiving from your hometown, tell Odessa something from your heart as you move forward on The Voice.
I just want to say that I love my hometown. This is where I was born and raised. This made me who I am today, and I just love you guys so much, and I appreciate all the love and support, and I'm going to try to make you guys as proud as I can.
Well, I have no doubt that you already have. You've made Odessa and West Texas very, very proud. So from all of us here at News West 9, we do wish you the best of luck. And if you want to see how far Marcos Covos gets on The Voice, be sure you tune in to The Voice right here on News West 9. And again, Marcos, thank you for being with us, and the best of luck to you on The Voice and in your future.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'm happy to be here. I'm honored to be here.